Hi, kindergartners. It's time for remote art again. Friday. I hope you're all feeling well. This is our 6th week of remote learning. Wow. It's a whole new kind of thing. And so your farms were just beautiful. They were just the greatest farms I've ever seen. And some were realistic and some were more imaginary. And today we're going to get a little more into imaginary stuff. We're going to think about creating our own imaginary animals. And we'll look first at some imaginary animals from the past. And the thing about these animals is that people used to believe that they were real. They were creatures that people believed in. So we would call them mythological animals. They came from old beliefs that we now call myths, but people used to believe in them. And a lot of these are, well, a couple of them I'm sure you've seen before. And a lot of these are combinations of animals, like different animal parts that are put together. Or sometimes it's part human, part animal. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these and then think about how we can make our own imaginary animals. All right, so our first mythological animal is a sphinx. And a sphinx has a lion's body and a human head. And you've probably seen pictures of these before. There are very big sphinx statues that guard the pyramids of Egypt. So this is a very ancient mythological animal. And this animal is called a griffin. And a griffin is part lion and part eagle. So it has the head, that bird head, and the front legs are the bird's claws, and it has wings, but then the rest of it is a lion's body. Now, sometimes artists and different cultures mix more than two things together. So this drawing shows a sphinx mixed with a griffin. It's got a woman's head, a lion's body with the wings of an eagle, and a lot of artists make up their own versions of these. And here would be an example of a very unusual mythical animal. This is a kind of a griffin, except it's got a horse's body. And this bird head, I don't know, this looks like a made-up bird. It's got floppy ears, almost like a dog. So this looks like something that this artist just made up out of his or her imagination. This is a centaur, which is a creature that has a horse's body and a human head. Here's another centaur. This sculpture is very old. It's thousands of years old. You can see the legs have been broken off. But here's another centaur. Here's another creature called a chimera. And a chimera has two heads. It has a lion's head and a goat's head. And then its tail is a serpent. So it's three animals mixed together. Here's another illustration of a chimera, and this is very realistic. This was done in a computer to make it look very real. This creature is a minotaur, and this has the head of a bull and the body of a man. This is a painting of a minotaur that I always liked by an artist named George Frederick Watts. And I like this painting because the Minotaur is just looking off into the sea, and it just looks like he's thinking. He doesn't look like he's going to hurt anybody. He doesn't look scary or anything. It's just a moment where he's thinking. Here's another mixture of mythical creatures. This seems to be a minotaur. It's got that bull head with a human body, but it's also a centaur because then it's got the horse's body. So this is by the artist William Blake. And artists, they can do what they want. You can be creative and do your own thing. Here is a unicorn picture. This is a very old, this is a tapestry. This is actually all stitched. It's not a painting. And here's a wonderful picture of a unicorn. This is about 500 years old. It's very old. I wanted to share this picture with you. I found this when I was looking for pictures. This is a wild woman taming a unicorn. So this is some kind of nature lady. I really like her costume with all those leaves. And here's another odd mythical animal that looks like a mixture of things. It's some kind of unicorn, but then it's got these duck feet for its back legs. And the head, I'm not sure if that's a sheep's head or a horse's head. It's a very unusual looking creature. So here's the last one. This has got half goat, the goat head and the top part of the body, and half fish. So it's like a mermaid goat. So I'm going to try to make my own imaginary animal. I like that sea goat. I think I'm going to do something like that. So I'll start off with the body. Oval shape. Just going to sketch it in really lightly. And there's the neck. So, a goat. Well, it's got kind of a long head. And it's a little bit like a horse, except it's got that little beard, right? And the mouth is on the side. I just painted a picture of a goat recently, so I kind of have it fresh on my mind. It has strange eyes. Its eye has like a sideways, instead of a black dot like we have for its pupil is a sideways line. And get this ear. It's got kind of floppy ears. Well, you know, a goat has horns. I think there are a lot of different kinds of goats. There seem to be so many. Some have long hair, some have short hair. So this is the goat I'm doing. And I might add some other things. I'm going to give this goat a mane. See how many different animals I can mix together. And its leg. Oh no, this is too strange, but I'm going to give it human hands. I haven't seen that in anything. Just everything else is like, well, I guess that's what Mickey Mouse is, right? He's got a mouse body with human hands. So maybe Mickey Mouse is like a mythological creature. I'm going to give him little Mickey gloves. And then it's got the fish body. It's like a mermaid. It's a mer-goat. I love that idea. I don't know if any of you know anything about constellations, the pictures that people used to imagine in the stars, but Capricorn is actually a mer-goat. And let's see. Okay. For the final touch, here, let me just kind of move this over a little bit. I'm going to give it giant butterfly wings. And the butterfly wings have some kind of cool pattern on it. So, let's see. I think that's about it. What else could I put on this thing? I don't think I have room for anything else. So I'll put little hearts on the butterfly wing. And there we go. It's our goat. Should he be flying or swimming? I'll make it swimming. He's underwater. And I'll make an octopus looking at him. One, two, three, four. Uh-oh. How many tentacles? 5. Oh, you know what? The other ones will be coming from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm losing count. 7. This one came from the other side too. 8. They're underlapping. And this octopus is saying, "Oh my goodness, what is this thing? Who let this thing into the ocean?" Here's a fish. What? In cartoons, if someone is confused by something, oops, I'm going out of the picture here. If someone's confused by something, you put a big question mark above their head. So, all right, here's my imaginary mythical creature. A sea goat with hands and butterfly wings. So let's see what you guys can come up with. You can either draw one of the animals, the creatures that we've been looking at, or you can make up your own. Just mix and match different parts of different animals and see what you guys can come up with. All right? So have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.